that match. Julian John on your left, Ross Merriam on your right. John on mono red, Merriam on mono black. Mono black is the deck that actually just won a Magic Online PTQ. Going up against Bomac Courier right now, your boy, Bobo. A little bit smaller than Knight of the Ebon Legion. Any experience playing against mono black?
I've not run into it yet.
Lightning Strike takes care of the Knight, and Bomac's Courier comes across for another one. Now Smuggler's Copter there for Merriam. John's going to hit again. 3 counters underneath the Bomac Courier. There's a light up the stage. A Mountain and a Soulscar Mage. You're not playing light up the stage, are you?
What's up? I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's busted.
Okay, well, for some reason, you hadn't mentioned it. And of all the cards that we've talked about during our mono red conversations, you hadn't mentioned stage.
Went without. It just goes without saying.
Oh, okay. That's my bad. That's my bad. Bloodstone Champion is going to crew the Copter. Here come the Copter beatdowns. Copter's safe to attack there, I think, in all instances because there's no Lightning Bolt, right?
No, so. Wizard's Lightning. You can do it with the Soulscar Mage.
Good call. Good call. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And now another copy of Bloodstone Champion and a passing of the turn. Mountain there for Julian John. Now, we'll see how John wants to move forward on this turn. He's got 3 cards underneath Bomac Courier. Let's make it a 4th one. Soulscar Mage also going to come in the red zone. Fatal Push. Going to go after Bomac Courier. Merriam allowing John to have the decision on if he'd like 4 cards or not. That's a Wizard's Lightning to take care of the Bloodstone Champion. This is going to be John taking those cards and the rest going to the graveyard. There's a Wild Slash. Merriam will play a Swamp and simply pass the turn, but that is bad news there for Ross. Monastery Swift Spear, Smuggler's Copter. There's a Prowess trigger from playing the Copter. Now here come the beatdowns. All right, Swift End, the adventure side of a Murderous Rider, is going to take care of the Soulscar Mage. Ross will take 2 from that, and then 2 from the Swift Spear. And so now he'll play Knight of the Ebon Legion and Murderous Rider. Murderous Rider 2/3 with Lifelink. Swift Spear. Looks like Soulscar Mage will be the one that's crewing the Copter. And now here come the beatdowns. We'll get a Copter draw and discard of Lightning Strike.
Well, cat's out of the bag.
Yeah. You have something. And it was the Wizard's Lightning. Murderous Rider. Blocks the Swift Spear, that was a 2/3. So now for Merriam, you need to solve the Smuggler's Copter problem.
Yep. You answer that. You're kind of in the clear on the battlefield here. I mean, still at risk of getting burned out, of course, but...
Castle Lochvane is something that Ross plays 4 copies of. He'll deploy a Bloodsoaked Champion as Smuggler's Copter and simply pass the turn back.
Not a bad defensive position here for Merriam. He has the ability to trade off with an opposing Smuggler's Copter with his own, and the Murderous Rider checks either of the Prowess creatures, even if John rips a spell.
There are worse spots to be in.
Not out of the woods just yet, but John needs a good one to proceed with combat.
Copter will go active. Julian John will draw and discard. Wizard's Lightning is going to take care of that Smuggler's Copter. Wizard's Lightning looking pretty good in this game. We're going to head back over to Merriam. He's got a Swamp in hand. He'll draw a card. Looks like Murderous Rider and Bloodstone Champion are going to come in. That's 4 damage through, which means that Merriam's Knight of the Ebon Legion will get a little bit larger. Now we're going to head back over to... Looks like Julian John.
Did Ross hold a land in his hand?
Perhaps.
It's a little weird with the castle.
Yeah. Fatal Push, pass the turn back. All right, maybe Ross is coming back here.
Yeah, his position is quite good. I mean, the 2/3 on defense is going to stop everything. John needs 2 spells to be able to proceed, or a removal spell for the Murderous Rider.
Ross will get back another Bloodsoaked Champion. Pass the turn back. Merriam down to 4 there from the Ranginap Ruins activation. This is a light up the stage the hard way. Wild Slash and a Mountain. Not a bad find there, given the prowess. Yep, Murder Strider's going to do some blocking here.
I don't know about this. Is not. I mean,
I don't. Ross down to 1. Pump twice and kill Julian John.
Fair enough.
What were you concerned about there?
If it would be better off just to pass and just have the wild slash to muck up combat and try to burn out.
Sure.
Because you just, I mean, that line left him dead on board. I think if you just leave your blockers back, you could squeeze another turn out of it.
Well, Ross had to draw a land in order to double pump, I believe. But I understand what you're saying. That line did leave Julian in some serious trouble there.
Because, you know, you get him down to 1 with that attack, but Wild Slash just puts him to 2 without engaging in combat at all.
Sure.
If he wants to attack with his Murderous Rider, you basically get to kill it for free because you Wild Slash something, him, and double block with 2 2/3s.
Yep. No lifelink there.
No, yeah,
yep.
So it's, you know, I think I would have preferred just to hang back at one spot, especially with Ross just peeling, just drawing to a land to win the game.
Maybe a little too aggressive.
In any event, Ross gets game 1.
These players going through their sideboards. I've got Ross in front of me. So take a look here at his mono black sideboard. Again, this style of deck did win a Magic Online Pioneer PTQ. 4 Duress, 3 Noxious Grasp, 2 Kalidas Trader of Get. That one's got to be a good one here, along with the Legion's End. 2 Blight Beetle, 2 Disfigure, and a Stain the Mind, our only lobotomy style effect, really.
The Disfigures and the Kalidases are really good here. I could maybe be talked into Duress. I don't like it. It's good in your opening hand, but it's pretty bad as the game proceeds. So on the balance, I prefer not to play it, but Ross might want to get away from... He's got a lot of cards that are not good at blocking, and he might just want some stuff that's better to play in defense, especially once you have Kalidas in your deck.
What's Julian John got over there, Mono Red Mage?
2 Smash Smithereens, 2 Goblin Chain Whirler, 3 Rampaging Ferocidon, 2 Chandra Torture Defiance, the Hazoret, 3 Searing Bloods, Red Cap Melee, and Experimental Frenzy. I like the Frenzy, the 3 copies of Searing Blood, and the 2 copies of Chandra Torture Defiance. They're probably the Chain Whirlers, too.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how's Chain Whirler looking in this format?
I've liked it in the sideboard. It's not been awesome. You know, you think it would be great against mono red. It doesn't really play out that way. Mono green rather. It doesn't really play out that way because you have to kill the mana creatures so fast. But still a pretty powerful top deck.
Julian John's getting rocking and rolling here. A couple of Duresses there from Ross. Now here's the Smuggler's Copter. Ross going to play a Smuggler's Copter Knight of Ebon Legion. Julian John's hand has been torn apart quite a bit here. There's a Gate 2 Lava Runner. Thinking about crewing the Copter. See if Ross wants to block. He'll try. It works. Of course, he gets to also draw and discard because Smuggler's Copter works on the attack and the block. So, Merriam will play a Mutavault. Something that these monocolor decks do love.
And there's a difference here. Merriam's deck is just a lot better set up to play with Smuggler's Copter. He has a lot. He's got some creatures that just can't block at all, so those are really powerful to crew with. He's got some stuff like his 1-drops that make it hard to engage in combat in the first place, and usually you want a multi-layered defense with your Smuggler's Copter. He gets to play with Mutavault. Mutavault's very good with Smuggler's Copter as well. He can manage flood a lot better. He's got stuff that's good to put in the graveyard. Even though the decks are ostensibly both monocolor aggro, Ross is really leveraging Smuggler's Copter in a way that John can't.
Knight of the Ebon Legion holding down the fort right now here for Ross Merriam. Bloodsoaked Champion's going to come back, pass that turn back. Smuggler's Copter the draw there for John. Prowess triggers, which means that some of these creatures are going to get a little bit larger, but no good attacks to be had, so we head back over to Ross.
Yeah, the Copter on defense is just too much to the equation.
Knight of the Ebon Legion with land up 2, looking to make things pretty difficult. Bloodsoaked Champion will do some blocking, or at least it'll try. Excuse me, he's going to do some attacking. Smuggler's Copter is the one that's going to do some blocking. Knight of the Ebon Legion will pump. Bloodsoaked Champion will come back. Knight will get a +1/+1 counter. And we head back over to Ross, who's got to be feeling pretty good about this game. Sitting at 13 life. Pretty good battlefield, too.
Yeah, very commanding position here.
Just the Knight this time, which is something Julian's going to have a hard time dealing with in combat, given the mana that Ross has available. Bloodsoaked Champion, the Castle, and a passing of the turn. Ross is going to look like start dealing Julian some damage here with the Castle Duress You. Hazoret in hand. Haven't seen that one for a hot minute.
Yeah, I see a couple copies in some of these red lists.
I think we all saw how powerful that card was. very well may still be. Beatdowns. Love it. Now don't forget, Bloodstock Champion can't block. But it's not hard to bring back. Merriam going to lose some Bloodstock Champions. Now we'll start to bring them back. So we'll head back over to Julian-John. Merriam's advantage here is not commanding, but it appears as though he's happy with his spot. Wizards Lightning off the top there, going to take care of the Knight.
Huge draw step there.
Very much so. That's a Night Market. Look out!
I mean, that's a combo.
Night Market, look out with Smuggler's Copter. Yeah, you get it. Looks like we'll do a little trade here. Alrighty. Ross will get back some Bloodstock Champions, give him the raid, and that is going to do it. Ross Merriam's going to win this game and match here. 2-0. Mono Black going to take care of